Hey guys, Eugene here from Review Outdoor Gear, and today we're out here back in this beautiful Eagle Creek, and I want to review for you the Crux Lite Solo from Optimus. Now this little stove is designed for one person, but we actually have been using it as two people here, and it's been working just great. We'll be going over some of the specs, and I'll show you kind of the build, and we'll go ahead and fire it up and time boil here as we cook our morning breakfast here. So it comes in a little pouch like this. It's very, very light. As we pull it out, this nice little pouch is properly sized. I like that. I hate the big old, sometimes people give you huge sacks that are just not even properly sized. That's really good. Then we have two basic dish components here, and that clips on really nice right there, really solid feel. This is like a little pan, or you could use it as a cup. Yeah, two options there. Then we have a little pouch with a stove. The fuel canister doesn't come with this, but it fits a like a 110 or 100 gram fuel canister really well. And the stove comes in another little pouch. You don't have to have this pouch in here. You could just put the stove in there, but you want to probably use it actually if you want to prevent scratching of the Teflon in here. Nicely sized as well. The stove fits really well in here. And you can also fit a lighter in here, because you're going to need some kind of igniter or a lighter, because this doesn't have the ignition system. Now you can buy this stove, the Crux Lite, separately from Optimus, and that comes as just a standalone stove that you can then make your own kit, or you kind of get this kit here. These three things in the pouches come in the kit, the Crux Lite Solo. This pot and the top pot as well, I think they're made out of aluminum, and it's nicely Teflon coated on the inside. The water is as soon as you pour the water out, it's pretty much dry right away. It has a little nice spout right here. It also has the volume markings on the side, which is good. These little things are riveted on here. We also have these nice green rubber handles. The only thing is that if you do crank the stove up too much, they can melt off, and you won't be able to put this in the fire if you ever had to in a crazy situation, or in an abnormal situation. But if you did, you probably melt these off, or you could just take them off, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that again. But it is nice to handle the cup because it doesn't burn your hand when it's hot. This one does not have any graduation markings on it or volume markings. It's just kind of a little pot or a pan that you can also cook something on, or use it as as a pot, like I said. So this here, it's constructed really well. It feels really solid. It is pretty light. It's really, really solidly built though. These things just come open really nicely. Like, they're not flimsy at all, and they kind of lock into place there. It looks like it should rotate, but they don't, and I think that's the way it's supposed to be. They're not supposed to rotate around. You can't like fold them together. They're nicely spaced out. They have the nice teeth here to grip your pot or whatever you're using on top. And then you'll see the flame on here. The flame is really nice, actually. Says Crux Lite on there. Then you have the little regulator, and it tells you which way to turn for up and down right on here. And the green little regulator knob here is really nice. It fits right around that as you close it, so it's really nice and compact. So this works with basically the isobutane propane mix like we have here. And just put it on like that. Get it until it's tight. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and boil 2 cups of water. Now, we did measure the temperature out here. It's 40 degrees this morning, so it's pretty cold. The fuel can get a little weird in cold temperature, so this is going to be an excellent little test. And we're going to go ahead and pour 16 ounces right here, so 2 cups. All right, so that's 2 cups of 40-degree water. It's been sitting out here the whole night. What we also have here that doesn't come with this, of course, is this kind of reflective material that we use as a pad to sit on under this. And what that's going to do is just reflect some of the heat back into the system. And you can actually buy a windscreen that comes with Optimus, and that attaches under here, and it's a really nice little windscreen. But Optimus didn't send us one of those, so we just made one of these here ourselves. It's basically a tin foil or aluminum foil little windscreen. And what you want to do is put that around on this side so that you can still regulate it here. And I got a little bug. He's running from the heat to come. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure you can see this from your end. I'm gonna get the timer set up here real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this up. All right. So our timer's on and we are sending heat into the water here. So we'll see how long this takes. Now, one thing I did notice is that this regulator, I don't know if it's related to the cold right now specifically or what's going on, but sometimes it's just a little bit finicky. You got to make sure, watch it for the first couple, like 10 seconds when you ignite the stove to make sure that it doesn't go out. Because especially if it's cold, because of the fuel, the way it's moving through the valve there, if it's changing a little bit with the temperature as the system is heating up, it can go out. So just kind of watch it. Even though it lit up at first, it doesn't mean that it's for sure good to go. So just keep an eye on it, make sure it keeps burning, or even turn it up a little bit higher than you think at first, and then turn it down as time goes on. Okay, so we're gonna just keep going here. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit just so we get nice heat on that water. I've got the windscreen here. It's not really windy here, so it's nice and calm, but it is 40 degrees out here. Now the windscreen that comes from Optimus actually includes the lower reflection part. So it's like a circle, half circle, and then a half bowl, sort of like this, that goes on the side of the stove. So it's a really nice little windscreen, and that will probably help a lot with the boil time on this. So when the water starts to boil, you can actually see steam coming out of the spout. So you could actually keep checking it, like by opening it up each time, but it's probably better to just wait until you see some steam coming out of there before you open it. So you guys can see we have some steam coming out of the top here, and we are basically a rolling boil. So I'm going to stop. So that took 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Nice rolling boil. I'm going to turn that off. And again, this is 40 degrees out here, so it's pretty cold. So 2 cups in about 3.5 minutes, give or take. Again, it would be much better if we had the actual windscreen / heat reflector. That would pull a lot more of the heat back into the water as opposed to having it dissipate out. So the better you can get the reflection system, or buy the one that Optimus has, I think it'll be even better there with the time. In terms of everything else with the stove, it's actually really, really nice, really light, nicely built. It's we've had some Chinese stoves before, and they're not as nicely built. I mean, you get what you pay for. This is built really, really robustly. An excellent little stove from Optimus. The Crux Lite or the Crux Lite Solo setup, very, very nice. I'd rate it pretty highly. So the only complaint like I had was the fact that this rubber can melt a little bit, but I mean, you can take that rubber off if you don't like it. Otherwise, I don't see any problem with this. Check out Crux Lite Solo or other Optimus stoves, because they have a kind of a lineup, and I think we'll have a couple more stoves from them to review in the future. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below. Check out the description also for the link to this stove if you're interested in buying it, and watch our other reviews on our channel. Subscribe to our channel. And as always, guys, don't forget to praise God for everything He provides for us and for you. And we will see you in the next video.